The day before, developers Fantastic just dropped a gameplay trailer during Nvidia's special address at CES 2023. Amazing, awesome, hype, right? At 58 seconds long, the long-awaited trailer showed, well, 13 seconds of gameplay, most of which was two very, very similar clips, and all were just a person shooting at a thing. Incredibly low effort, it would seem, but isn't this what we've come to expect from Fantastic? Just 2 months from launch, where was the expansion on the gameplay we saw a year ago, such as looting, the environments, survival mechanics? Should we be hyped for this game? I want to be, I really do, but there are several red flags to warn you about. Let's get into it. The day before is an MMO zombie shooter with similar looking mechanics to Ubisoft's The Division. The game appeared on Steam alongside a very interesting trailer that certainly had me excited, but whilst the original launch date was pending for June 2022, Fantastic ended up delaying the launch until March 23 due to a flip from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. Now this in principle doesn't sound terrible. I'm sure we would all rather wait for a more polished game to come out that provides the promised experience, but we still don't know now, 3 months from launch, what the gameplay loop will be. The game is set in a post-pandemic America, overrun with flesh-eating infected, set in a large open world where we would be scavenging for resources, collecting food and crafting weapons in order to survive, searching abandoned houses, skyscrapers and streets while hunting down and defending ourselves from the infected with lots of different weapons. The problem is, we've barely seen any real gameplay examples of this. The very first trailer hinted at Division and DayZ-like gameplay, but since that trailer we've not seen any live gameplay footage. The studio also controversially requested volunteers to help them finish the game, which does not and should not fill anyone with confidence. I'm not sure how a gaming studio can do this without asking for a penny first from potential players in the form of something like early access, which would surely have provided an influx of money to pay people properly to work on the game based on the hype surrounding it. In June 2021, the developers also missed their own trailer release date. You heard me right, they missed their own trailer release date. If ever there was a red flag that something wasn't quite right, this is a pretty obvious one to take note of. Prior to the new CES trailer, there had been 6 months of not mentioning the day before on the developer's own Twitter account. Do we really believe that the game will launch in March 23? It is still currently number 2 on the Steam most wishlisted games, so there's obviously a huge amount of gamers, including myself, that have bought into the marketing campaign of hype. But if the game disappoints after creating a culture of hype-driven speculation about what the game will be, the aftermath would be devastating for a studio that already appears to be in trouble. 2 months before launch and only having 13 seconds of actual gameplay to show? What are your thoughts? Is the day before a myth? Does it exist? Will it launch? Let me know in the comments.